everybody, Monica Fernandes with Evolution Essentials. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you should trash your perfume, the secret chemicals revealed. If you've been to my channel, welcome back. And if you are brand new to my channel, welcome. If you're brand new in this channel, I talk about stress management, natural solutions, wellness, essential oils, and everything in between. In this video, we're actually going to go over part 2 of why you should trash your perfume, reasons you need to reconsider it. We're going to actually go over the actual secret chemicals in perfume. We will deep dive on my favorite perfume, and then I'm going to offer you some ideas on alternatives that won't harm you. If you missed part 1, I actually covered what the definitions of perfume and fragrance were and a glimpse on the shadiness that happens in the perfume industry. I highly recommend you start there, watch it right here. In 1991, the EPA tested conventional synthetic perfumes and found a long list of toxic chemical ingredients. And I'm going to just mention some of them. Please forgive me because I'm going to butcher some of these chemicals. I'm not a chemistry person. I'm sure that they're maybe going to be written here. In the meantime, acetone, benzaldehyde, benzyl acetate, benzyl alcohol, camphor, ethanol, ethyl acetate, limonene, linalool. We're talking about synthetic, not natural. One or all of which, or in combination with one another, cause central nervous system disorders, dizziness, nausea, incoordination, slurred speech, drowsiness, and I'm quoting here, irritation to the mouth, throat, eyes, skin, lungs, and GI tract, kidney damage, headache, respiratory failure, ataxia, and fatigue, among other symptoms. And if that is not enough, there has been some material safety data sheets on each chemical confirming these findings. Toluene methylbenzene was detected in fragrance samples and collected by the EPA as well in this study, a hazardous waste chemical. So it's flammable and volatile, attacks the central nervous system, blood, liver, kidneys, eyes, and skin, and it serves as an asthma trigger. Methylene chloride is also found in pesticides and septic tank cleaners. So do you understand why these are the secret chemicals that are in perfume and why the industry is not talking about this and not disclosing it on their labels? Seems pretty obvious. Do you want any of these really bad health issues? No, thank you. And totally can relate now looking back when I passed synthetically scented places, for example, Bath and Body Works, Siengi Candle, anytime, sometimes stores or even hotels, you guys, chemicals into your air, and I would get headaches, and I'd be like, I haven't done anything. Why am I getting a headache? So now this all makes sense looking back. If you're worried about this aromatic part of things, which is how we are primarily breathing in, I mean, not only with perfume, we're putting it on our skin, but then we're breathing in all of these chemicals. I actually did a video on essential oils for the respiratory system, and you can catch that right here because that's one of the alternatives, is actually turning into nature. But let's get back a little bit. There's a really interesting study that I found that was put out by the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics. I'm going to link all of this in the description. Don't you worry. It has an amazing title, you guys. Not So Sexy, the Health Risks of Secret Chemicals in Fragrance. So let's dive a little bit into this study. I'm going to share my screen with you now. All right, guys. So here is the study that I really want to deep dive into. I was really researching the fragrance that I used to use, which was my favorite one, which was Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. The Campaign for Safe Cosmetics, which is a nonprofit with the Environmental Working Group, put out this study, and this is like super fantastic. The title is amazing, as you can see, Not So Sexy, the Health Risks of Secret Chemicals in Fragrance. This actually looks at the secret chemicals that are not on the label. You can actually download this study. I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can do that. It is really eye-opening and super scary. They looked at all of these popular fragrances right here that you can see right here, okay? All of these like Coco Chanel, Britney Spears, Giorgio Armani, Calvin Klein Eternity, Bath and Body Works, all of these. Dolce & Gabbana light blue right here. Guys, this is it right here. Can you see it? That's what I was looking for. So there's the popular fragrances contain 14 secret chemicals on average. How scary is that? You can actually go through this 44-page study and read it. I'm not going to read all of this with you. You're gonna do it. But the thing is that look at this part over here on the left side here. Do you see this? This is the chemicals, percentage of chemicals not assessed for safety by the fragrance industry. It's actually really incredible. So the secret chemicals found in product tests right here have not been assessed for safety. That should worry you. And then the 19% that are listed on the labels have not been assessed for safety. So they're really just disclosing on the label a small percentage. It's just very scary. Here's, for example, the average of all the 17 fragrances in terms of chemical ingredients tested and labeled. The average is 29. The highest one was 40 chemicals. Secret chemicals average of 14, and the highest one was American Eagle 77. I don't even know what that smells like. Sensitizing chemicals are here. So that's 10 on average. The highest one, Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio. I think I actually had this at one point in my life. Hormone disruptors, average 4, and there's your top contenders. There's like 3 of them right here. And then chemicals not assessed for safety by the government industry. You've got 12 on average, and then you've got tie for highest, Coco Chanel, Halle by Halle Berry, American Eagle 77. So that's scary. We've already gone through the fragrance, perfume, and cologne. Here, allergic sensitivity to fragrances. This talks about all of the chemical sensitizers in popular perfumes, colognes, and body sprays. So you can see over here, you can go through all of the list of these chemicals here. Don't be disconcerted, like there's some things here, linalool, linaloyl acetate, some of these okay in essential oils because they're naturally occurring, but synthetically not cool at all. What else do we have? Hormone disrupting chemicals. Look at this. Not great. Look at all of these here. It's here we go, right here. This is just very disconcerting. I was like very shocked when I read through this. And then 12 fragrance chemicals that may affect sex hormones and the thyroid. Newsflash, I have a thyroid issue. I was a very heavy user of perfume growing up. Loved perfume at the time. So my thyroid is screwed up, you guys. So this might have something to do with it. Very, very scary. Then there's sunscreen chemicals in perfumes. So all of this list over here, some of these are very familiar to me. Hidden health risks. This is just more stuff. Self-policing fragrance industry. Yeah, good luck with that. And there's a need for full disclosure. Absolutely there is. And then all of the appendixes that you can look at. Secret chemicals detected, product testing. So you can see some of these ingredients that are found in the product testing. This is one of the key things that I was telling you about. All of these here are not on the list, the labels of all of these perfumes. There's all of this, incredible studies found with all of these. So look at this, guys. Look at this. This is really disconcerting. There's a lot of them, a lot of them. And my squigglies are not very good. They're not getting any better, but it just keeps going. Here, then, you go by fragrance. So by fragrance, this is where I was looking at the Dolce & Gabbana light blue, and here it is. All these were labeled. Doesn't mean they're great, just means right here's a big culprit. You should watch that first video I told you about of the first part, fragrance. And then there's a bunch of them here. They were not disclosed. This is very disconcerting. However, there's some hope here of what you can do. There is Skin Deep Cosmetics database put out by the Environmental Working Group, and you can see all of the brands here that actually disclose their ingredients, all these references. So I highly recommend that you download this for yourself. Let's get back into the main screen. What can you do? All of these things that I've shown you and that I've talked about are very, very scary. I mean, if you didn't know about this already, you probably have some Yankee candles burning in your house all the time, or synthetic sprays, or you have a ton of perfumes like I used to have. So there's some things that I recommend that you do. First is to head on over to the Environmental Working Group Skin Deep database online, or there's an app for that, and look up the fragrance by name or by brand. You can actually categorize this from worst to best and best to worst. Let me show you. So I mentioned to you the Environmental Working Group. There's Skin Deep Database, ewg.org. That is your website to go to. And as you can see here, there is fragrance. Do you see this? Fragrance. This is what I did. Fragrance for women. And then I typed, you can actually go by brand here. Okay, so I was looking for Dolce & Gabbana. Here it is. And there's light blue. It's basically the light blue. You can go and look up your perfume. So it rates a 9, not great, and it just lists all of the lovely, lovely, lovely chemicals that are wonderful. As you can see, not great. It has a rating of 9. So there's the rating system. EWG verified is basically the best, and then 1 or 2 you're fine, and then 3 to 6 medium, and then 7 to 10 really bad. I highly suggest that you look up this. You can get the app as well, and it's free to use. So actually, Dolce & Gabbana light blue here is not considered by them super bad, but however, and I wrote this is the data last updated August 2019. I read somewhere this had to do with version of this perfume that was collected on this date, but I think it is possible that they changed some of their ingredients, because the ingredients we looked at in the study were many more than these, I believe. The ones that were not, disclosed, so the ones that were revealed in that study. But I definitely think that you should go in here and explore more, and that's it for now. What do you do if you can't poisoning yourself with these perfumes, but you still want a personal aroma? Well, you guys, you create one natural perfume that does not do these things, and those are essential oils. Less is more, because essential oils are still chemical of nature. It doesn't mean that all plant-based chemicals are good for you. So you really need to make sure that you use the most pure ingredients and you dilute with a carrier oil. And if this is totally foreign to you and you're like, essential oils, Monica, what are you talking about? Please watch this video right here on the top 10 benefits of essential oils. That's a good way to start. And if you haven't done already and you're enjoying this video, please subscribe right here in the red button. Hit like, share with somebody that you know uses a lot of perfume, because I think this information will be highly beneficial for them. Let's get into the essential oils. Just a little word of caution. Essential oils are super trendy right now. You go anywhere and there's essential oils being sold. The truth of the matter is this, you guys. There is not enough product, enough supply of essential oils in the world to satisfy the demand. What is the consequence of this? Is over 85% of essential oils sold in the market are not pure. They've either been cut with something, they're either synthetic, which, hello, we just talked about a whole lot of synthetic chemicals, and that's what you're going to be getting in a bottle. And there's no regulation prohibiting somebody or a company to not say or not be able to say 100% pure essential oil on their bottle. So you kind of look at this and you're trusting, yeah, this must be pure. Watch out, you guys. If you cannot obtain third-party testing of what exactly is in the bottle, don't buy it. That is why I recommend the brand in my description. That's the brand that I use, where you can go to www.sourcetoyou.com, look at the bottom of your essential oil and look up exactly a third-party report on the chemical profile of that essential oil. So turning into nature is actually going to help you here, but you have to also be smart about it and educated about it. I know this is a lot of information, I want to do me a favor, remove some of the chemicals in your house. And for that, please download my free guide to non-toxic cleaners for your home down below in the description. And I would love for you to comment, what is the toxic perfume that you're gonna say goodbye to? I'm really curious. I hope you got major value from this video, and I'll see you in the next one.